Whatever we do, change comes. Coming with the implosion of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. When we respond actively, will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
don't know if we can save the world. I don't know what's possible. We can't know what the future holds. Consciousness now. No matter what we do. A way that others will feel entirely soothed. Hello? What up, Crunchies? What up, Crunchy? Go. You coming up here? Boop ba doop boop boo doo 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 boo doo boo boo doo boo boo doo 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 woof 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 woof. Oh, hey, what's up, little woofer? How you doing, little woofer? You take a little bit of that woofling? You doing a little bit of that woofling over here? How's it going, Lunchy? We're supposed to be doing the show, though. Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host this evening. My name is Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. Either way, it's another fantastic day with me and my little woofer, who doesn't do a whole lot of woofing. She does, though, when there's boys outside. You were woofing today because you heard them boys outside. You were like, "Oh, Daddy, I gotta get out there, Daddy. It's time. It's baby time." No sneaking out, you little scary girl. You're a menace. You're a menace when you're on your girl time there, Lunchy. You're a menace. Anyways, so are you guys. All you folks out there that watch the show. You menaces to society. And we got a shout out to Acrid Fusion for $5. Oh, look, here comes the showstopper. Things were firing up on the Discord too. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out at least a little bit later. So hello, welcome to everybody out there. We'll throw out a couple of shout outs to some folks that were chatting in the chat, like Aaron and Trigger Warning and CV and that dude that threw some money at us, Acrid Fusion. We like him. Forgot something. I was like, man, it's like really dark in here. Oh, right. I forgot to turn on the fucking light. We got JR Riggs up in the chat. How's it going to you? Very nice to see you, Russell Dufresne and Mr. Trigger Warning and Raid 5. Red 5. Nice to see all of you. Nice to see you guys. Hopefully you're doing well out there. Shout out to y'all that showed up to the very beginning of the show. We appreciate y'all. But I guess we'll just, kind of dip into what we do here. This is the Griftcast IRL. We talk about the news. It's about 100% grift, about 20% news, and 80% me being an awesome individual. So definitely be ready and excited for the best show that you've ever seen in your entire life. And if you didn't think of it now you know. And then, yes, I got my co-host Lunchy over here. She's very quiet. She just spends most of her time looking at me for some reason. Do you need to go outside? Yeah, well then go outside. Go to the door if you need to go outside. You don't need to go outside? You're just sitting here being a weirdo? What's up to Mr. Blacksmith? How you doing out there? But yeah, just me and my good little Lunchy. We start here. As always, you can check out all of our links over at the link tree. You could just slap that right into. You could just slap that right. What the hell? I guess maybe not. I don't know what's happening. Oh, Lunchy, you're sitting on the keyboard. That's why I'm like, why is everything being weird? So yeah, you could definitely visit our link tree and you'll be able to see all of our social media apps. You'll be able to check us out on PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and so on and so forth. So you can send us some of that sweet, sweet money. We also have a fantastic merch store where you could buy sweet-ass merch like this fantastic, very large Griftcast mug. See, I'm going to put this mug right here. She's like, don't you fucking dare. See, look, I'm going to put this mug up to Lunchy's head for scale. It's pretty big, right? It's pretty big, right? Look, here's the mug. Here's Lunchy's dome. Here, Lunchy, I need you to come over here real quick. See, look, there's Lunchy's dome. There's the Griftcast mug. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Got that today. So now we can drink that. With all that coffee that I be drinking, I'm going to drink that there. I guess I could just put water in it and just drink that shit or whatever. But yeah, you can get all kinds of great merchandise and stuff. It helps out a good cause, mainly me and my little puppy Lunchy over here so that we could survive in this horrible society that we live in. That's just awful. I mean, there's just so many bad things that happen every single day in the world, and it's disgusting. But you know what? You can get yourself a little bit of protection if you just go and you click on those links. You can laugh, you can sing, and we can just do whatever it is that we do. Lunchy, what the fuck are you doing over here? What you doing there, Lunchy? You gross. Yeah, gross. But yeah, everything is really screwed up, guys. Haven't you noticed it? It's almost like there's really no way of changing anything at this point. It's just that we're all supposed to just appreciate whatever effed upness that we're all working with today. And we're supposed to just be fine with it. I'm not fine with it, actually. I don't like it. But there's not much I could do about it anymore, right? I could do my show, I could speak my piece, but at the end of the day, these people are still going to exist, and they're going to be scary individuals that want to do whatever, or whoever, or whenever, whatever they want to do. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I really don't. But what's not to like anymore, you know? You try to live your life as best as possible, and even then you could still get crushed by weirdness, right? There's just weird shit all across the world that is happening. I mean, AIs is taking hold. John Fetterman apparently got fucking changed into like a different individual. This is exactly what we're gonna even start out today. Is this the same guy? Is this the same guy? I mean, I've been sitting here, and I mean, I'm looking at these two people, and I'm saying that this isn't the same guy. Like, this is John Fetterman, March 22nd of like 2022, and this is John Fetterman recently. This is supposed to be the same guy, right? And I don't get it, dude. I just don't get it. Yeah, I just don't get it, dog. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's even weirder that everybody's trying to tell me that, you know, it's a brand new picture and no, we haven't seen this John Fetterman photo before, but I still agree it's not the same guy. Even though apparently it's supposed to be the same guy. Hey, everybody. Are you comfy? Good. You comfy, Chi-Chis? Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say don't get caught up in the weirdness or whatever, but allegedly this is the same exact person. I mean, I don't see it. Like, is this what happens when you have a big tumor on your neck, and this is what you look like when you're still happy because you're banging some fine Latina or whatever? But then again, no man that's banging a Latina's got a smile like that on for more than like 3 seconds a day. Probably. Yeah, that's definitely right. That's definitely right. So, I don't know, kind of weird. I just thought about it, but that doesn't really matter. What should matter to all of you, because y'all are like fat kids and you love cake and shit, is that there was a massive explosion in a factory that produces chocolate in Reading Skyline on Friday evening, sending debris flying through the air and triggering a multi-alarm car fire. Multi-fire. Look at that shit. Lunchy, off the keyboard. Stay off the keyboard. Or you got to get off the table. There goes, baby. Now, I don't know what they were making, or I don't know what the hell they were putting in that fucking chocolate, but that shit blew like you would not believe. That is crazy. It killed all the cockroaches in the chocolate. It's killed in the area, same place that John Fetterman was born. It's a chocolate factory. Is this Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? I don't know. I thought Willy Wonka was a fake character, but maybe it is some kind of factory. All I know is that shit blew up sky high like you wouldn't freaking believe. And honestly, I'm just happy that it's not another train, to be perfectly frank, because I don't want to have to make another, oh my God, another train derailed, because apparently there's like 1,700 of them a year. So, I mean, how many chocolate factories blow up every year? That's the kind of thing that I'm kind of wondering. And it was like, how many chocolate factories per year? I know sugar is flammable when it gets hot enough. I mean, all you have to do is get it hotter or hot enough to basically combust, which actually isn't that hard, being somebody that actually used to work with sugar on a daily basis when I was at Le Cordon Bleu and worked with one of the best sugar sculptor creators in the business. Like, yeah, I guess it could, you know, go up. It could burn really quickly if you got it hot enough. But even then, like, I don't know, man. That That doesn't look normal. I've never seen anything like that before. I've never seen a chocolate factory having get blown up or whatever. Here's more footage of them like basically trying to put out the fire and get people out. Obviously, it was just kind of a thing that happened. They were still trying to get individuals out of the building and shit. But, you know, it's crazy, dude. 2 people are dead. 7 people are missing. Whoa! Bradley Pell just bought a Griftcast IRL mug. Nice. Thanks, Bradley Pell, for the Griftcast IRL mug. Thanks for all you do while we realize we're all doomed. Yes, we're all doomed. We're all gonna die. That's fine. At least I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna keep living until I'm not living. However long that is. And then when all you guys are dead and I'm just here by myself with a pile of frozen and burnt up ashes and shit everywhere with the plant that's all ruined, I'm just gonna be all like, I tried to save them, but it just didn't work. And then I'm gonna be sad because I can't get Raising Cane's Holy Chicken anymore. That's right. West Reading, 3-alarm fire at a freaking chocolate factory. 2 have been dead, 7 are missing. And I mean, all in all, it's bad, dude. Like, I've gotten injured by sugar. And I mean, molten sugar exploding will damage your nerve endings completely, if not kill you, pretty much kill you. Like, working around sugar is probably one of the more dangerous jobs that people could have ever done. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, dude. It's got to be some really dark burnt chocolate by now. I would probably still try it, though, you know? I'd still try it. What are you doing? You want a chi-chi rub? You want chi-chi rubs, Leggy? Is that what's happened when you show me your belly? You want chi-chi rubs? I don't call them belly rubs because all I feel is chi-chis. Because she's a girl dog. She got them chi-chi rubs. It's alright, I love chi-chis, though. I love chi-chis. Chi-chis. Chi-chi-chi-chi-chi-chis. Yes, most rocket engines are actually powered by sugar. At least some forms of it. And, oh, look at that. Some of it explodes, some people died. It's really sad, honestly. Just super sad. Here's another angle of the video from that situation. Crazy shit, man. Those poor people. Those poor Oompa Loompas. 7 Oompa Loompas missing, 2 Oompa Loompas died. That's sex, man. Cheese. What cheese?
Early stage is the city on the Charlie side of South First.
Yeah, Acrid Fusion, there are cars powered by water and sugar. You know, ask that one motherfucker, Stanley Meyer. He said he just put water in his car, but he never talked about that sugar and potassium and other things he was adding as a mixture derivative to increase the viability. Yeah, but I think Willy Wonka is okay. Word on the street is that Willy Wonka was able to escape in his glass elevator. People around the scene said that they saw Willy Wonka in his glass elevator with what looked to be a small boy. Not sure if there was any event going on today. I mean, checking my notes, it looks like there was supposed to be some people there at the chocolate factory, like visiting or something before the disaster happened. And the last note was, yeah, Willy Wonka, and it looks like small boy just went up out of the roof, and what looked to be like, I don't know, it looked like it had a bunch of buttons in it, something like it looked like it was an elevator, but like a see-through elevator with no cable. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
We went up there first. Crazy shit.
I wonder if anybody will get that one. I wonder if any of you will get that joke. But yeah, it wasn't Hershey, PA. It was a much smaller chocolate factory. It was a much smaller chocolate factory. Lunch, you want some chocolate? Daddy, you know I can't eat chocolate. But yeah, do you want some anyway? Danger, do it anyway, Lunchy. Daddy, my motto is not do danger anyway. My motto is bark and run from danger. Bark and run from danger. Yes. Yes. Metal Monster PDX. I do know the Great Glass Elevator story. Oh, good. You know the story then. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm just rehearsing the ending of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for anybody that doesn't understand what I was just going on about.
Savings are secure, and even those beyond the $250,000, the FDIC is guaranteeing them that the American taxpayer is not going to have to pay a penny. And what we would do is, if we find that there's more instability than appears, we'd be in a position to have the FDIC use the power it has to guarantee those loans above 250, like they did already. Savings are secure, and even those beyond the $250,000, the FDIC is guaranteeing them that the American taxpayer is not going to have to pay a penny. And what we would do is, if we find that there's more instability than appears, we'd be in a position to have the FDIC use the power it has to guarantee those loans above 250, like they did already. Savings are secure.
I gotta hear that one more time.
Those beyond the $250,000, the FDIC is guaranteeing them that the American taxpayer is not going to have to pay a penny. And what we would do is, if we find that there's more instability than appears, we'd be in a position to have the FDIC use the power it has to guarantee those loans above 250, like they did already. Savings.
Did he just say that if there was more banks that were going to get shut down, that they were going to make sure people's money was saved above the FDIC level? I think that's exactly what he just said. He said, yeah, and we're working with the FDIC and stuff, so like if any more banks fail and if anybody's got any money in the banks, they're just going to get paid out again. It'll be fine. Yeah, we're just going to have them pay about. Doesn't matter. Over the 250 limit, you got $5 million in there. We'll give it back to you. No problem. Wow. He's really going to save us from corn pop. And I'm excited. I'm just like very excited. Like, that's some great news. So like all the banks could just fucking crumble and they're just going to bail out every single bank, because we could totally do that. And I mean, how would they be even bailing this all out? Are they going to use some central bank type digital currency to do it? Are they just going to print insanely more money? What's going on? You know, what's happening with that? Are they going to package these up into some new fucking junk bonds that people are going to buy? Is that what's happening? Yeah. And the flag's Canadian because I think he took this video was taken when good old Biden was in Canada. Yeah, if the banks fails, we'll just have the FDIC bail out everyone again, even those with over $250,000. Perfect. Nothing can go wrong. It's gonna be fine, Lunchy. They're gonna bail everybody out. It's all fucking numbers in a computer anyway. I mean, come on, look at that GameStar Citizen. They're always wiping people's money and giving them more money and shit like that. It works just fine. Come on, you guys. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out with all your hate. Why are you guys hating on Canada? You don't like Canada? Every girl that I've ever talked to from Canada has ever been fine.
So, well, the real problem with Credit Suisse, which is...
But, what's this?
Well, the real problem with Credit Suisse, which is the analog, is they never made any money. Deutsche Bank is actually very profitable. So let's start there. Why bail out a bank that is just a chronic loser versus a bank that's doing well? Well, the real problem with Credit Suisse, which is the analog, is they never made any money. Deutsche Bank is actually very profitable. So let's start there. Why bail out a bank that is just a chronic loser versus a bank that's doing well?
Interesting. Deutsche Bank is not the next Credit Suisse, analysts say as panic spreads. Emergency rescue of Credit Suisse by UBS in the wake of the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank has triggered contagion among investors. This has deepened by further monetary policy tightening from the U.S. Federal Reserve on Wednesday. Deutsche Bank underwent a multi-billion euro restructure in recent years aimed at reducing costs and improving profitability, and Deutsche Bank has recorded a net annual income of 5 billion euros in 2022, up 154% from the year before. Oh. So what you're saying, based on what I'm supposed to understand, anytime that dude Jim or whatever says that everything is gonna be all right, everything is fine, obviously know that that's probably 100% bullshit. So Deutsche Bank is probably going to go down, but how would Deutsche Bank go down? Is it possible for Deutsche Bank to go down? Come on, look at that. Look at that. They're up 154% for profitability. There's no way that they could ever possibly find themselves in any economic downturn. All I've ever noticed, though, is anytime that I've ever had a month where shit was just like we made a ton of money, all I've really found is that the very next month we've made a whole lot less money. And looking at this whole Deutsche Bank thing, it kind of makes me think like, well, yeah, you guys made a shitload of money last year, but this year, I bet you guys ain't going to be up 159% from last year. What if you're down 11% from the previous year? So that means that you literally went down 170%. And that's a key thing here that would definitely create some financial instabilities for our fancy German lenders engulfed in panic of the European banking sector. And whenever the government is trying to assuage our fears on anything, you know that generally the opposite has happened, hasn't it? Right? They tried to assuage our fears of the virus. And out of nowhere, well, you saw how that shit rolled out. Now they're trying to assuage our fear that the banking crisis is not contagious, so they just didn't put a patch on it. And everything is screaming everywhere that this is not the case. So what should we do? I don't know what we should do, but we should shout out Acrid Fusion for that $2 super chat saying, let's make April a great month for lunchy. That's right. Make April a great month for lunchers. Make it a great month for lunchy. Yeah, so keep an eye on the banking sector. We're not out of the woods yet, no matter what anybody tries to tell you. Oh, things are just fine. Things are not fine, bro. Things are not fine. You know how not fine things are? They're not fine. What the fuck? Damn, we got a fucking $10 super chat coming in from Metal Monster PDX. Thank you for that $10. Did you see Utah just passed a law requiring minors to get parental permission to use social media? That seems to be a first step. Yes, I think we have a link for that up here somewhere or whatever. We'll probably get to that soon, but thanks for the tip anyway. Thanks for the $10. Thanks for the $10. Wow. So yeah, this right here is Saudi Arabian TV. If you didn't notice, and there's little things here that you could probably see. Like, probably the main giveaway is the fact is that Kamala Harris definitely looks like she's getting played by a man dressed up like a woman. So I guess that's a dude dressed up in drag. Dude dressed up in drag. Yeah, it looks like he's like a dude dressed up in drag, which I kind of think that that's interesting. Very strange, interesting, something even more so. So, you know, we're going to keep moving through on all of this. And it's not a deep fake. This is just Saudi Arabian TV where they decided to put that themselves together. And then they got a dude playing Kamala Harris. Yep. Saudi Arabian TV is beating us in comedy right now. And then this is how Joe Biden was when he was sitting with Trudeau.
To welcome President Biden to Ottawa, back to Ottawa. It's so great to see you, Joe. Obviously, we've been working closely together over the past few years on how to build strong economies for everyone in our two countries and around the world, how to continue our fight against climate change and prepare a stronger economic future for everyone, but also how we deal with, to welcome President Biden to Ottawa, back to Ottawa.
Biden, you don't even give a fuck about what Trudeau's saying, just like me.
It's so great to see you, Joe.
Just put my face over this right here when I'm like fucking with my little thing, you know, like, yeah, I don't give two shits what you're saying, man. I don't give two
Obviously,
shit
we've been working closely together over the past.
Yeah. So if even Joe Biden can't stand listening to Justin Trudeau, I don't know how the rest of us should be. But whatever. Here's another great video that we pulled up about AOC lied about me in a committee hearing, and I went to her office today to set the record straight. But yes, that is Chaya. That is the Libs a TikTok creator. And yes, she did go to the Capitol to troll AOC.
A few weeks ago, AOC lied about me on the House floor.
Ms. Navaroli, are you familiar with the account Libs of TikTok? That account posted false information about Boston Children's Hospital, claiming that they were providing hysterectomies to children.
So I am right outside the Cannon building, and I'm going to go inside and hopefully meet AOC and ask her why she lied about me and get some answers. I don't think anyone's here.
Hi.
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 Is the Congresswoman in?
No, she's not.
Okay. Is the person who's in charge of protect policy in?
No.
Okay.
Do you need the card?
Yeah, so basically, she lied about me on the House floor a couple weeks ago. So I just wanted to ask her why she lied about me.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay. Okay, so I don't
They
think
just
we're
slammed
gonna
the
get
door
to
in her
talk to
face?
her. I don't know if she's in or not, but I think that door slam was really telling. So I don't think they want to talk to us. Dear AOC, please don't lie about American citizens. Love, Chaya.
Oh, it's Chaya. Look at all the damn notes that they leave to AOC. Wonder what those I bet you half of those notes are like, oh, AOC, you got that juicy Latina booty. Shout out to Alex Stein. Yeah. So congratulations to Chaya Radchek, or whatever, however you say your name. I can't say that. I'm not fucking ethnic. I'm about as ethnic as Lunchy is. We're just Mexicans, Lunchy. We're just some regular ass Mexicans, Lunchy. We don't amount to nothing. We don't amount to nothing. We just have no egos. We just want to eat food and hang out at our house and not have to worry about nothing, right? Yeah, we don't want to worry about nothing. Yeah, don't want to worry about nothing. Yeah, look at all these fucking sticky notes, bro. She's the only one that has all of those sticky notes, and just people are leaving her all these damn messages and shit. Just, honestly, it looks like a fucking frat house is what it fucking looks like, okay? Okay? It looks like a goddamn frat house. Whatever. Stolen valor. Top Ukraine volunteer soldier revealed to be a fraud, heavily promoted by Adam Kinzinger and Malcolm Nance. Uh-oh. What? Malcolm Nance, the fake guy in Ukraine. Adam Kinzinger, the fake Republican. Homo. And then, Lunchy, off the keyboard. And then who? What? I didn't know anything about this. Huh. Newsweek, it ran a glowing story about an American man who claimed to be a volunteer fighting in the Ukrainian army. Vasquez claimed in March of 2022 that he'd taken out 7 Russian tanks. Former Illinois rep Adam Kinzinger advocated for Vasquez, urging Twitter to verify his account and pose for pictures with him. Only the story of Vasquez joining the Ukrainian army turned out to be fake. Kinzinger's favorite Ukraine hero just deleted his account after it came out he was a fraud. Ooh, what? Hey, verified. You need to verify J.A. Vasquez 1974. He's legit. Too many folks are trying to create fake accounts of him. I have a bill in Congress to deal with this since this was happening to me for so long. Yeah? I won't relieve private text, but J.M. Vasquez 1974 just confirmed to me in writing that he does not and has not had a contract with the United States Armed Forces of Ukraine. Vasquez is not a soldier in Ukraine. As a soldier in the Armed Forces of Ukraine, who has to live by the rules of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, who has fought and fights in the front for American Armed Forces of Ukraine, I'm done with the lies. I'm done with all the negative people. I'm done with all the negative people win. Thank you for all who have supported me in Ukraine. I'm a ghost. And yeah, he deleted his account. He deactivated his account. Uh-oh. Yeah, dude. Adam is so stunning and brave for supporting this guy. I mean, here's Malcolm Nance. Wait, no. Don't tell me everyone's favorite mercenary has just been hiding out and ducking real action while collecting money and pretending to be fighting in Ukraine on their behalf? The LARP is real. Guess that explains why he got pieced up on the subway in the U.S. Huh. What's this? Oh, wait, so I've already seen that one.
Fucking girl, talk to me, motherfucker. Talk to me, motherfucker. It's your girl, baby. Girl, man. I'm my face, man. I told you I'm on 96th Street. Get off on 96th Street. I ain't gonna make a scene for you. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7 stops to fuck you up, right? All right, come on. That's what I want you to do. Pussy. That's what I want. I be a pussy. Smoke that shit now. That's what I'm saying. Shit. Come on, man. Fucking train station tough guy. Get off my stop right now. I'm getting off next stop. I'll step on your fucking street. I'll step on your street. Get off on 96th Street. Get off on 96th Street. Get off right now, motherfucker. Get off on 96th Street. Get off right now. Get off on 96th Street. I'm gonna get off right now. Get off on 96th Street. Get off right now. Don't waste my fucking time. Get off on 42nd Street. Don't make me go to prison for you, dude. I'm telling you, man. You ain't gonna go to prison. You're gonna go to the hospital, motherfucker. Put me in the hospital. You ain't going to the hospital. Put me in the hospital, man. Put me in the hospital, then. Put me in the fucking hospital, nigga. Keep playing with me, nigga. Keep playing with me. Get off on 96th Street, nigga. I'll show you my gangster. You ain't no fucking killer, nigga. You talking to one nigga? Come up on 96th Street. Come up on 96th Street, nigga. Don't fucking touch me, dude. Don't touch me, dude. Fuck wrong with you? Wait, stop. Talk shit to me. Get off the train. I'm coming off right now. Come on. You got me hyped. Where we going? Where we going? Come on, where we going, nigga? Where we going, nigga? I'll poke you in your fucking eye, you pussy. Get off the train. You don't want to get off the train. Get the train, nigga. What you want to do? What you want to do, nigga?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Let's go. Wait, talk about that shit. Let's go, nigga. Let's go. It ain't working. Yo.
No, stop.
What up, fool? Stop fighting our friend. Oh my my God, dude. Telling the dude to get off of the train to fight. The minute he took the bare knuckle boxing, rock'em sock'em robots pose, I knew it was a done deal. Yeah, dude, where's all the cops at? There's not a single cop in the subway? Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, we'll get back to that. Well, in other more, I guess, interesting news that doesn't have to do with Ukraine, the United States is now carrying out airstrikes on Iranian targets in Syria after 5 military members were injured and one United States contractor was killed from an Iranian drone strike. This is a significant escalation. That's right. We escalating. We escalating. Yep, the United States decided that it was going to start dropping some bombs. So yes, after 5 service members were injured, one United States contractor was killed. The Pentagon says the drone was of Iranian origin and ordered airstrikes on facilities in Syria used by Iran-linked groups. Oh boy. So look at that. All of a sudden we're getting back. You're going to get dragged back into war with Syria, you guys. That's a real thing. They said the U.S. intelligence said that they concluded it was of Iranian origin, but they don't really have much to give us outside of that. But airstrikes were conducted in response to today's attacks, as well as a series of recent attacks against coalition forces in Syria by groups affiliated with the IRGC, Mr. Austin said in a statement released late Tuesday. Uh-oh. Precision airstrikes? Oh, boy. I like that. These precision airstrikes... Oh, look at that. We just got a super chat right there. A writ accusation, $5. I mentioned it last night, but I missed the press conference ritual today. Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you for letting us know. I know it was like the big news from the internet. It was the big news from the night. But yeah, United States Air Force's F-15 Eagle fighter jets attacked a munition warehouse and a control building in an intelligence collection site, 2 senior military officials have said, and they said the airstrikes killed 8 pro-Iranian fighters in eastern Syria, according to the Syrian Observatory of Human Rights, a group in Britain that tracks the conflict through contacts in Syria. So what do we really know about this other than, oh, great. So now Syria's popping off again and the United States is dropping bombs again. It's like Obama all over again. Yay! Exclusive interview. Mother of peaceful J6 prisoner QAnon shaman Jacob Chansley announces he will be released from prison really soon. Jacob Chansley's getting out of prison? Oh, for realsy?
This is Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. I'm on the phone with Jacob Chansley at the Alexandria Detention Center in Virginia. He was just sentenced to 41 months in prison for peacefully protesting the stolen 2020 election on January 6th. So, Jake.
I don't know. Wait, is this not the interview? Oh, here it is.
Jordan Conradson with the Gateway Pundit. I'm here with January 6th political prisoner Jacob Chansley's mother. He's known as the Q Shaman by many other people. He was in there at the Capitol on January 6th, peacefully protesting the stolen 2020 election. So, Martha, how is Jake doing?
Martha?
Jake is actually doing really well.
Oh, dude. Sam Dog just subscribed. Welcome to the channel.
He's remaining optimistic and has been the whole time.
Right. I've heard you tell me a little bit about that. He's been teaching classes in the
Why is it only recorded on one channel?
Call it, and here in the Stafford prison here in Arizona. What kind of stuff has he been able to do and accomplish while incarcerated?
Well, since he's been in Safford, he's been working. He does things around the grounds, and he's also taught 3 courses in metaphysics. I know. Isn't that amazing?
Right.
Wow,
really
he's
incredible.
taught courses
for those of us who
in
don't
metaphysics.
know, can you kind of explain to us what metaphysics is?
What the fuck?
In a
What the
nutshell,
fuck?
it's an understanding of
What the fuck, Lunchy?
physics is
What the fuck,
Lunchy?
What
Looking
the
at
fuck,
the
Lunchy, is
smallest
metaphysics?
part
Do you know what
of
metaphysics is,
physics.
Lunchy?
Metaphysics, and also
You do?
just basically having.
How do
an
you know what
understand
metaphysics is, puppy?
of, energy, frequency, and vibration as well.
You been watching YouTube?
What
You
better
been watching
teacher
them
than
fucking
Vic
weird
Chansley
YouTube
to
videos
teach
again,
God?
Lunchy?
He's optimistic about his situation, even though he's been persecuted by his own government. Can you speak to his level of forgiveness? I understand he's very forgiving of the people that have put him in this situation, despite
Very
how
forgiving.
awful it really is.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that Jacob would have forgiveness in his heart, isn't it? That he doesn't hold a grudge. Because if you understand that when you hold
I'm not a
grudge
biologist,
and
but
you
the Earth
hold
is square,
anger
and it looks like a
towards
Triscuit.
others, then
The Earth looks like a
it's
Triscuit, basically.
Drinking poison. You're drinking poison, expecting
Like a
the
square
other,
Triscuit.
the person that you're holding this grudge against,
But it's like 3 dimensionals.
poisoned. But you're actually poisoning yourself when you hold
What,
grudges.
Chi-Chi's?
It's
Chi-Chi's?
it's something that isn't easy to do. Not many people.
Why are you always looking at me?
Yeah, it's really incredible.
Why don't you look at the
mental
TV?
state that he's been able to maintain while incarcerated. I mean, last time I talked to him, he quoted Rocky and said, "It's not about how hard you can hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and come back."
New age
so
Martha.
How does it make you feel that this right?
Triscuit Earth? Yeah, the Earth isn't flat at the
He's
Triscuit.
such a peaceful guy.
It's got
such
ridges.
A level-headed guy. And they're calling him a domestic terrorist. They're actually treating him like a domestic terrorist.
Well, it's because Jacob
what do you make
Chansley is a domestic terrorist.
It's ridiculous, and I think and the
What?
nation,
It's ridiculous.
those that have not been in the know and have an understanding of who Jake is now know the truth that Jacob is not a terrorist. He is a patriot. He is a shaman.
Yeah, he's a patriot. He's a shaman. I don't want to watch this whole thing. I just wanted to hear what her voice sounded like. But that's great, dude. Jacob Chansley's getting out of prison after 41 months of being a political prisoner. Oh, happy day. I can't wait till he get his ass on this. Lunchy. The keyboard. The thing with all the buttons on it and the lights. The keyboard. Don't be sitting on it. Don't be sitting on it, Chi-Chi's. That's all I ask. Don't sit on the keyboard. Don't sit on the keyboard. Don't pee in the house. No barking. Growling's fine.
America's shaman. He practices shamanism. He is about peace.
Congratulations, cute shaman. You're going to get out of prison as soon. It's really been that long. Can you believe that shit? Like, this dude's going to be out of prison by the time Joe Biden is running for re-election. Crazy days. Crazy days. In international news, they're currently dumping trash outside of the French politicians' houses and shit. Holy shit. Yeah. French farmers are really pissed out, so they're dropping poop, tires, waste right in front of district buildings. Right in front of the gate, so these guys got to clean up the trash and shit before they can even get out. How amazing is that? That's a serious fuck you right there. So, France, they're definitely having a revolution. Maybe it's a 2.0 revolution with less guillotines, according to Bully. I don't know. Maybe. I just figured I would show you that cool video that we found. Yes. What the fuck is this? Musk sends warning to Joe Biden after Biden brags about fighting climate change? What?
I'm issuing a presidential memorandum directing the Secretary of Commerce to immediately consider designating 777,000 square miles
what the
of the
fuck?
Pacific Ocean, southwest of Hawaii, as a new national marine sanctuary.
What the fuck? Are you trying to kill everybody, you stupid motherfucker? Where are they gonna fucking fish?
Larger than Alaska and Colorado put together and 3 times the size of Texas. That's no small amount of land underground. It would make it the largest ocean area on the planet with the highest level of protection. And it will help us meet our goal of protecting and conserving 30% of our oceans. Look, second thing we're doing is we're protecting the Castner Range in Texas as a national monument. It matters. This matters because when we conserve our country's natural gifts, we're not just protecting the livelihoods of people who depend on them, like the family farms, outdoor recreation, businesses, rural communities, welcoming visitors from all across the country and around the world, for that matter. We're protecting the heart and the soul of our national pride.
I like it better when you're looking at the TV and not just looking at me, Lunchy. Because then it makes me feel like you're involved. See? You're involved, Lunchy. Damn, Lunchy. We're going to steal part of the Pacific Ocean? The banks are melting. Yeah, the banks are fucking melting, but Joe Biden's like, yeah, man, we're going to own 777,000 square feet of the fucking Pacific Ocean now. We're going to say that nobody could do shit there. Oh, no oiling, no drilling, no fishing, no fucking swimming. Get the fuck out of there. How is this even like a possibility? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I wish I did get it, but no fishing, no boating, just big windmills and killing all of the fish and whales. No, you don't get up there. You were sitting on the keyboard. So now you either stay on the lap, you stay on lappy, or nothing. See, look, keyboard's right there. That's where the keyboard goes. That's some malarkey for you, Lunchy. So, thanks, Joe Biden. You're really, really helping us out, motherfucker. University of Maryland faces $10 million lawsuit after shutting down anti-CCP protests and allowing CCP drones to harass protesters. Oh, shit. Huh. That's right. Protesters from the new federal state of China were shut down by the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, despite having been granting a permit to protest. They were there to protest against Shan Weizhen, a CCP-tied billionaire that had publicly defended the regime's human rights abuses and did so peacefully, holding anti-CCP signs and handing out flyers. The NFC Globalism movement, founded by Miles Gao, who was recently arrested and charged with $1 billion in fraud. Hey, where's that in the article? Excuse me, Matt Plumbo, you forgot to add in Miles Gao, the guy that was just arrested on $1 million fraud charge that was also behind GTV and the release of the Hunter Biden laptop. That Miles Gao, followed by hundreds of millions of Chinese people who are dedicated to exposing and dismantling the CCP once and for all. U.S. Marshals showed up and the police threatened the NFSC protesters with arrests if their permit to the protest was revoked. Justification was a bankruptcy order dated January 13th, and that the NFSC protesters say that they have not been bound by. It was issued in a different jurisdiction in a manner completely unrelated to the protests, making the actions of the UMBC and law enforcement here unconstitutional. Unconstitutional. Yeah. Shit fits. Yeah, it got lunchies. Oh. Sorry, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I just got here. It's broken. It's not broken. What happened to the screen? Lunchy, how did you even change the screen over there? How did you even do that? Lunchy. What are you doing, Lunchy? Why did you do that? Don't be pushing the buttons. Did you push the end button because you want me to stop the show? Do you know how to push buttons now? You little evil genius! You little evil genius! She was like, I was trying to shut off the show because I'm ready for special time with Daddy. What do you mean special time? When we lay on the bed and I go like this to you? You stay off the keyboard. You stop pushing buttons. Bye, Lunchy. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. So some protesters affiliated with Miles Gow just run a big case against their school because they got pictures taken of them because the drone was flying over and shit, and they got arrested and stuff. Damn, that's fucked up, man. But yeah, that's right. CCP China is operating in the United States of America. They're shutting down protests in colleges and shit. And now people are winning $10 million lawsuits after getting shut down. And yeah, allowing drones and shit to photograph them and harass protesters. I mean, isn't that just... Yeah. Isn't that just very interesting? It's probably one of the more interesting things that popped up into the news today. So yeah, just when you think China isn't here watching your every move, oh no, they already are. And they got drones and shit. Seattle transgender Antifa activist died after shooting a sheriff's deputy. Oh shit. Really? That's fucked up. All right. What the fuck, bro? A Seattle transgender member of the Democratic Socialists of America died after a self-inflicted gunshot wound after shooting a Kings County Sheriff's deputy on Monday. Euclides, formerly Nathan Slosig, 29, shot a deputy while being served an eviction notice. The transgender activist opened fire on 3 deputies who arrived to serve the notice. The deputies all returned fire, and Detective David Easterly was shot in the chest above his bulletproof vest. Oh no. Damn, that's fucked up. Wow. It says Easterly remains in critical condition, but stable condition at the Harborview Medical Center ICU. In a press release about the shooting, an independent force investigation team for King County said that the resident who died in the deputy-involved shooting has been identified as 29-year-old Euclides, and they are formerly known as Nathan Slosig. At the Kings County medical examiner conducted an autopsy, and the medical examiner's preliminary findings indicate that Euclides died from a single gunshot wound to the head. No other wounds or injuries were discovered during the autopsy. The death has now been ruled a suicide. So a trans activist from Seattle that's also a member of Antifa and part of the Democratic Socialist Society of America, aka a communist, an American communist, literally tried to kill 3 police officers and almost succeeded in killing one of them and then killed themselves. What a fucking crazy story. What a crazy fucking story. And look who it is. Twitter pig himself, Andy No. Look at that, dude. King County, seriously injured, blah, 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 blah. Nathan Slostig was a member of Seattle DSA who signed a letter during the 2020 BLM riots calling for then Mayor Jenny Durkin to resign because she didn't support the riots enough. DSA released a statement mourning the loss of their violent member and condemning the misgendering of Slosig. Don't be misgendering anyone. Yeah, whatever. I mean, your name could be Todd and you change it to, what's it called, Shireen, and you're always going to be Todd to me. I don't give a fuck about whatever fucking shit you're saying. Be like, oh yeah, Todd? Yeah, he's just a fucking weirdo, that Todd guy is. Look at that, Euclidus. Look at that. DSA District 6. What does no justice, no peace mean? No justice, no peace is a different direct action, and radical leftists chant direct action is the practice of theory that social and political change can only be achieved by intentional and meaningful action, which opposes the system or individuals that are responsible. It's generally nonviolent, that is to say, disrupting peace does not necessitate violence, but there are exceptions. A good example of a peaceful direct action group would be the Food Not Bombs, who serve food to the homeless. An example of violent direct actions would be Antifa International, who's advocated for the use of violence against neo-Nazis and white supremacists. It's important to note that the advocacy of violence itself is protected under the First Amendment of the United States of America. Wow. Don't you just love learning more about these weirdo motherfuckers and their deaths? The statement. Seattle members of the Democratic Socialists of America were deeply saddened and angered to learn of the death of UC, a DSA member, following an apparent exchange of gunfire during an attempt by King County Sheriff's deputies to evict Lucy from her Ballard apartment. The King County Medical Examiner has ruled Lucy's death as a suicide. DSA is urging media and law enforcement to stop misgendering UC, who identified as trans, and stop calling her by her dead name. Sorry, there's no such thing as a dead name. You only have one name. It's the name that you were given to you at birth. And damn, just another example of a violent leftist coming to a tragic end after they pulled some really insane shit. God, don't you just love America? I do. GG, well played, rip. And I mean, but we have to say, do we consider the Antifa to be any different than the people in France right now? Because this is like the sum of all fears. Oh, shit. Did the riot police take off their riot uniforms and they're just walking away? Yeah, the sum of all fears for the globalist technocrats is happening right now in France. French firefighters and riot police have now joined the protesters to stand against the tyrant World Economic Forum Muppet Emmanuel Macron. Globalists are on life support, and this is coming to a city near you. Yeah, if we raise the age of retirement and change everything for our citizens, you're going to piss off everybody because nobody wants to be a cop when they're 75 years old. As it is right now, I'm going to be working until I'm dead, probably, unless somebody starts sending me some money. So, chop, chop. Chop, chop. Oh, well, at least we know that the globalists are not winning. Although it is going to remain to be seen to what they actually do to France for this protest. Yeah, this protest. Think about it. It's only going to get worse, dude. Police of France are coming to their senses and stop fighting with people because it ain't worth it. But that's all right. That's in France. Who gives a shit about this? But what we do know is that, there are some other things that could be Philadelphia trial program to pay pregnant women $1,000 per month. What? Philadelphia is going to trial a program that's going to pay pregnant people $1,000 per month. I could be a pregnant person, right? Philadelphia officials have begun fundraising to launch a trial program that give expected mothers in certain communities a reported $1,000 a month, says the New York Post. Program that would give expected mothers in certain communities. Communities. Interesting. And Akron Fusion just came in with a $5 super chat. My 17-year-old is concerned as I am about him being drafted. Yeah, I'm pretty concerned about that too. He's probably going to get fucking drafted. That's the thing. So unless he loses a toe, has a heart problem, has bad eyes that are not fixable by surgery, and or is missing an ear, finger, arm, leg, he's probably going to get fucking drafted. He's probably going to get drafted. He's probably going to be getting drafted. So think about that. Yeah, if you got any caves nearby, you could just go hide them over there. But yes, Philadelphia is going to pay pregnant women in this solvable crisis, but those pregnant women are only going to be in certain communities that don't include white people. All right. Communities that don't include white people. That's what they're saying. Yes. Philadelphia hopes the pilot to earn guaranteed income for 250 expected incomes in Cobb Creek, Strawberry Mason, and Nicetown, Tioga neighborhoods with the highest rates of low birth weight to reduce racial disparity in infant mortality. Yeah, we're just going to raise a bunch of money and give it to a bunch of women in these struggling communities, but we're going to take a shitload off the top. Yeah, kind of sounds like a really great situation, doesn't it? So, yeah, there's really no way of getting out of the draft, guys. I got out of the draft, but that's because I have a heart murmur, which is actually mischaracterized because I'm a Time Lord. I have two hearts. So when you listen to my heartbeat on one side, you hear the echo of the other heart on the other side. And then when you move over to this side, you hear this heart beating and then the echo from the other side. So it sounds like a heart murmur. So I actually didn't get drafted or whatever. I was medically discharged or whatever, or told that I was not medically fit to be a part of it. But then again, if he's got that COVID vaccine in him or whatever, you might not even have to worry about that shit. Yep. In a 2021 city report, non-Hispanic black women accounted for 58% of pregnancy-related deaths from 2013 to 2018, even though that they were only responsible for 43% of the births in Philadelphia for that period. So yeah, we got to give them the money. We got to give the black, Mexican, not white people money so they can take care of their babies. Copy that. Jenna Ellis settles her ethics complaint, saving herself, but damaging Trump and his election integrity. What? The left is upping the lawfare against conservatives, even attempting to prosecute them as they proceed to indict former President Trump. The 65 Project was specifically created to disbar conservative election attorneys, any election attorney who dared to get involved in the litigation regarding the botched 2020 presidential election or other elections like Arizona's 2022 midterm, where Republican voters were allegedly disenfranchised, risk losing their license to practice law due to left-wing dominated state bars. Oh, right. So Ellis quietly settled the case that she had in Colorado that demanded discipline and a possible disbarment for public statements she made defending Trump and his efforts to combat election fraud. Earlier this month, Ellis quietly settled the case, and she admitted to spreading misrepresentations with at least a reckless state of mind. For these confessions were very damaging to Trump and his case. Ellis escaped with the censure for professional misconduct from Colorado courts. Based on her tweets, Ellis appears now to be leaning towards Florida Governor Ron DeSantis over Trump in 2024, although a year ago she offered to represent Disney against DeSantis. Her censure deal required her to say that she misled Americans with statements such as the election was stolen and won by a landslide, and the proper and sure victor is. These statements are most Republican voters are believed to be true. According to polls from a Quinnipiac poll, they found that 76% of Republicans believe there was widespread issues in the 2020 election. Wow. So Jenna Ellis basically shat on Trump and then sold her soul out for her to keep her bar. Wow. You're telling me that the bars are leftist dominated? No way. Damn, somebody better tell that dipshit Nick Rekieta that he better start fucking recognizing what's happening to him. Or, you know what? It doesn't matter how much money he grifts on YouTube or anything else. He's going to end up just like her, if not worse. Fucking idiot. Whatever. Oh, by the way, just a quick update in the Nick Rekieta situation. So I definitely messaged Nick Rekieta because he made a video where he begged and pleaded like a little baby back bitch that he wanted people who've had experience with Monograph to get into contact him so that they could give, depositions or affidavits or whatever. I think it's affidavits to their lawyer. So I got into contact with him, sent him my information. I was like, yeah, I've known the guy since 2017. I've even had litigation in the slightest with him. We have a lot of history, got all the information. Hey, this dumbass first tells me he spent 50 grand on the case. Now he spent 75 grand on the case, and there hasn't even been a case yet. And I'm just kind of like, so I was like, bro, you might have had a retainer on some guy or something like that. And I was like, but you don't need it. You wouldn't have needed it. You didn't even need to go to court. You just needed to stop being an asshole. And you don't want to stop being an asshole. You don't see that even if he doesn't lose this case, he's still going to be able to get you disbarred for it. Like, how dumb can you be? Like, real dumb. They could do it to Jenna Ellis. What, you're going to take sanctions and fucking dig your nose in the dirt? I don't think so. I don't think so. You baby back bitch. So yeah, his lawyer never got a hold of me. Whatever. So I just told him, I was like, you know what? Never mind, dude. You're obviously not serious and this is a scam. And he's like, this isn't a scam. Nothing runs on your time frame, sir. And I'm like, bro, it's been 2 weeks. If you were serious about getting affidavits and shit, and you paid your lawyer $75,000 to do all this stuff, well, you already spent the money. Why the fuck would you just be giving money to your lawyer on retainer and having him do nothing? That sounds really fucking stupid. Whatever. Hate these fucking people. Just garbage human beings with way too much money. And then, you know what? Let's not even get into talking about how much his cars and stuff cost, because it's just gonna make me mad. Let's see. Nulty. Tara Reid is Joe Biden's 8th accuser. What the fuck? Did you guys know, or did you guys remember that Joe Biden was accused of rape at least 8 times? And we've known this about May 1st of 2020. May 1st of 2020. Yeah. 8 different accusers of Joe Biden. None of them have ever been able to come forward and get a piece. And finally, Tara Reid's going to get her day in question. And Joe Biden and his whole camp is like, she's a liar. It never happened. It's not real. But I'm thinking that Tara Reid might be the straw that broke the camel's back, as it was said. Yeah. As it was said. So that's fine. Whatever. That's cool. Fucking Joe Biden. Now, this is probably one of the saddest things that I've seen, but I believed it. You guys remember when that girl who used to be a guy started winning all of those competitions in the NCAA, and all of these women who were super happy to be there stayed silent about what they felt and thought in that situation and weren't given a chance to talk about how this shit affected them? Well,
my name is Riley Gaines. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Kentucky, where I was on the women's swim team. I proudly finished my career as a 12-time NCAA All-American, a 5-time SEC champion. I am one of the fastest 200 butterflyers of all time. But on March 17th of last year, my teammates and I and other female swimmers from universities around the country were forced to compete against a biological male named Leah Thomas. Thomas was allowed to compete in the women's division after competing as a member of the University of Pennsylvania's men's swim team for 3 years. We watched on the side of the pool as Thomas won a national title in the 500-yard freestyle, beating out the most impressive and accomplished female athletes in the country, including Olympians and American record holders. Whereas just the year before, Thomas at best was ranking in the 400s in the men's category. The next day, Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle, which ended up in a tie. We went the exact same time down to the 100th.
Leah Thomas.
Having only one trophy, the NCAA told me that I would go home empty-handed and this trophy would go to Thomas. And when I questioned this, the NCAA told me that Thomas had to hold it for photo purposes. I was shocked. I felt betrayed and belittled, reduced to a photo op. But my feelings didn't matter. What mattered to the NCAA were the feelings of a biological male. In 1972, Congress enacted Title IX to end unjust sex discrimination in all aspects of education, including college athletics. But by allowing Thomas to displace female athletes in the pool and on the podium, the NCAA intentionally and explicitly discriminated on the basis of sex. Although the NCAA claimed it acted in the name of inclusion, its policies in fact excluded female athletes. But that is not all. In addition to being forced to give up our awards, our titles, and our opportunities, the NCAA forced female swimmers to share a locker room with Thomas, a 6'4", 22-year-old male who was fully intact with male genitalia. Let me be clear. We were not forewarned. We were not asked for our consent, and we did not give our consent. If nothing else, I hope you can truly see how this is a violation of our privacy and how some of us have felt uncomfortable, awkward, embarrassed, and even traumatized by this experience. I know I don't speak for everyone. It's impossible to speak for everyone, but I can attest to the tears that were shed on that pool deck by these poor 9th and 17th place finishers who missed out on being named an All-American by 1 place. And I can attest to the extreme discomfort in the locker room when you turn around and there's a male watching you undress while exposing himself. I can attest to the anger and frustration from these girls who had worked so hard and sacrificed so much to get to this point. Unfortunately, our experiences are not unique. The number of female athletes who have been denied opportunities, again, traumatized or hurt by policies that claim to be promoting inclusion, is growing at an alarming rate around this country. It's simply unacceptable, and the integrity of women's sports is lost.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Damn. Did you ever hear them talk about it? Well, no, the girls are starting to come out now and speak it up. And is this an artifact of first wave feminism? I don't know, but they're not the only ones that are having issues. I'm pretty sure somebody just banned transgender. Transgender. Yes.
My name is Riley.
That's actually true. Track governing body has now banned transgender female athletes. The World Athletics Council also adopted a new rule for athletes with differences in sex development, such as Olympian champion Caster Semenya. Track and field has banned transgender athletes from international competition Thursday, while adopting the new regulations that could keep Caster Semenya and other athletes with the differences in sex development from competing. Those differences in sex developments, meaning that they're transgendered, they transition from being a male to a female, vice versa. In a pair of decisions expected to stroke outrage, the World Athletics Council's adopted the same rules as swimming did last year in deciding to bar athletes who've transitioned from male to female and have gone through male puberty. No such athletes currently compete at the highest levels of elite track. Another set of updates for athletes with differences in sex, DSD, could impact up to 13 current high-level runners. WA President Sebastian Coe said they include Semenya, two-time Olympic champion at 800 meters, who has been barred from that event since 2019. Semenya and others have been able to compete without restrictions at events outside the range of 400 meters through 1 mile, but now have to undergo hormone-suppressing treatments for 6 months before competing to be eligible. Coe conceded that there's no easy answers on this topic, which has turned into a societal lightning rod involving advocates who want people assigned female at birth to be able to compete even on the footing, and others who didn't want to discriminate transgendered and DSD athletes. All decisions we've taken have their challenges. If that's the case, then we will do what we have to do, done in the past, which is vigorously defend our position, and the overarching principle for me will always do what we think is best in the interest of our sport. Well, yeah. Can you get that? Do you feel that one out? Do you get that one out? Yeah. Think about that stuff. So, transgendered athletes are being banned from all kinds of different places, right? And is it right? I mean, I agree that it's probably right. Like, if you're a male, you probably shouldn't be competing against females, even if you tried to transition to being a female, because irregardless of what some pink-haired leftist tells you on the street corner or whatever, the overall societal norm of the entire world is that there's really no such thing as transitioning, right? There's just people that have mutilated themselves. And that's what I see, right? Like, that's what many people overseas see. That's what a lot of people here in the United States see. But even more so, it's like, we gave women a chance to have their own sports, so they need to have their own sports. And regardless of whatever anybody says, does, thinks, don't care. Like, we need to protect the women's sports. If transgendered athletes want to have some transgender games or something like that, then they should make one, right? If they think they could do it better and people are going to watch and people are going to care about it more, then they should make their own. That's it. They should just make their own. Minus those obviously born with abnormal genitalia. Oh, did you hear that NASA quietly disclosed that a giant silly killer asteroid could directly impact Earth on March 25th at over 1,800 miles per hour, or 18,000 miles per hour. I'm sorry. What? March 25th? That's tomorrow. The fuck? Yeah. NASA quietly posted that the Jet Propulsion Laboratory small body database that shows an asteroid larger than 24 African elephants has a chance of striking Earth on March 25th, 2023. The 240-foot chunk of rock is headed in a rather hot and at speed over 18,000 miles per hour and has likely prompted some in the know to pull funds and check off any remaining items from their bucket list in the days to come. The asteroid 2023 DZ2 was discovered on February 27th, sending analysts in a frenzy to solve its trajectory. Scientists on March 16th calculated that 2023 DZ2's close approach and listed its condition number as 9 on the risk list, meaning that its trajectory is uncertain and an impact event can occur. The simulation data shows the asteroid passing safely between the Earth and the Moon. However, that can all change. Dang, Acrofugists came in here with another generous donation of $20 on the super chat. F it. Take my life savings. NASA knows it. That's right. NASA does know it. Well, I appreciate that. So, guys, it's not a planet killer asteroid. It's a city killer asteroid. And if I'd have to guess, it's probably going to end up somewhere in Canada, like I've been telling you for a very long time now. But who knows? If it does hit, that sucks. It's going to basically be like a nuke. That's what's going to be like. So, like, a city is going to get wiped out. Or, you know, an area in the middle of nowhere is going to get hit, and there's just going to be a gigantic motherfucking crater. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we aren't going to die, but some people are probably going to die because that shit's going to impact. And the scary thing here is that they only found the shit last month. Like, they weren't even able to pick it up before that because it's coming in so fucking fast. This is coming in fast, guys. So, if this is coming in that fast, this is coming in like at the same speed as the space shuttle has to take to get out of the atmosphere in the fucking first place. So, yeah. Get your tequila. Get ready. Somebody's going to get hit by an asteroid possibly tomorrow. We don't know where it's going to be or whatever. Just, you know, keep an eye on that shit. It's just kind of a big one. This is not a drill. Yeah. 8 days until impact. Oh, they actually do like a fucking show on that shit, right? Crazy. NASA's been known this information for several weeks, but has failed to inform the general public, raising even more red flags. The European Space Agency Near Earth Object Coordination Center has listed the missing object in the priority risk list. Oh, cool. Let's pray. But yeah, somebody's gonna get fucking wiped out by an asteroid tomorrow, and I hope it's not me. Yes. In other more fascinating news, the Blockbuster.com website is back active and fans are speculating about a comeback. What's the status of the company? What's happening with the last Blockbuster store that closed in Bend, Idaho? What's going on? Blockbuster Video was coming back? Yeah, that's right. Blockbuster Video. I thought you were dead. My death was greatly exaggerated. Dude, we're gonna get Blockbuster Netflix, Blockbuster Video, but it's gonna be like Netflix where it just watches video and you get to watch video and shit. Bro, say what? What? Be kind. We are working on rewinding your movie. Yeah, this is what's on Blockbuster.com. So I'm actually kind of pumped. Like, dude, are they going to get like brand new movies that are in theaters that I could just stream and then I could buy a movie from them and I could just download it off of their website or stream it and then still have a digital copy of it? That would be so amazing. We just need to make a great. Yeah. But yeah, here you go. It's the website right there, Blockbuster.com. It says be kind. Maybe it's a puzzle or something like that. I don't know. I can't even expect the element. Yeah, they got Blockbuster, Image, JPG. Not much going on here. Let's just Magic of Blockbuster Movies is live. What? The magic of Blockbuster Movies lives on. Find remaining store information or make it a Blockbuster night with Dish on Demand. Yeah, they look like they have some stuff on here. Mostly just ad shit, but the website's back, baby. I don't know. I hope they come back. See you at the pearly gates, my mans. Yeah, don't forget to rewind her. It's going to cost you $2 because they had to pay some asshole. They had to pay some young asshole to rewind that shit for you. In other more important news, the House has passed the Parental Rights Bill Act thing. Yeah, the Parents' Bill of Rights Act has been passed in the House. That's right. This act would require schools to provide library reading materials and school curriculum to parents. Federally funded elementary and middle schools will also require parental permission to change a minor's gender designation, pronouns, or name. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, the House did it. They done did it now, dude. They're going to be pissing off Joe Biden big time.
On this vote, the yeas are 212.
They passed it.
On this vote, the yeas are 213, the nays are 208. With that, the bill is passed.
Well, the Republicans are doing some good stuff, but is it going to get past the Senate? Is it going to get past Joe Biden? Might get past the Senate. Probably definitely not going to get past Joe Biden. And yep, that's just going to make it a whole lot worse for Joe Biden in the future. We all know Joe's going to fucking veto this shit. We all know. We all know. What's this? Why so many Chinese entering the USA? Border Patrol agents say they appear to be military trained. A record number of Chinese nationals are crossing illegally into the United States and are paying a cartel upwards of $30,000 to do so.
Working in partnership with the Border Patrol to stem the flow of illegal migrants crossing into the U.S. We spend time with the Texas DPS brush teams to get a first-hand account of the issues they face every day.
They're dealing with the uptick in Chinese nationals, especially in the Rio Grande Valley sector, which is unusual. Before, we would never see this many Chinese nationals coming across this area here.
The numbers back up Lieutenant Olivares. In the first 5 months of the 2023 fiscal year, there have been 4,366 encounters with Chinese nationals at the southwest border, with 1,368 in the month of February alone.
It's a very lucrative business for the smuggling organizations, especially dealing with Chinese nationals, where they're having to pay anywhere from $35,000 and up.
We saw the first-hand number of Chinese migrants making the journey.
Did you just arrive here in the United States?
Communicating through a translator app.
Yeah. Today.
Zhang Kaiyu is one of those individuals. He fled China because of the strict COVID-19 policies, sharing the video of what he had experienced before fleeing the country. His journey to the United States began in Ecuador.
Panama.
From there, Zhang made his way to Neocoli, Colombia, where smugglers coordinated his travel on the boats to Panama and passed through the Darien Gap. Zhang was issued a temporary visa in Mexico before finishing his journey over the wall and into the U.S.
Why did you decide to come to America?
Yearning for American freedom.
Fuck yeah, America! You better not be a fucking Chinese military trained motherfucker over here. Yeah. Pretending not to know English and shit. That's so crazy. Trump screams into the void as the Manhattan DA probe goes quiet. Oh, right. Yeah. Looks like Trump's not getting arrested now. Did you hear that? Ooh, did somebody get ousted? Did somebody make a fool of themselves? Did Alvin Bragg bite off a little more than he thought that he could chew? Maybe. But yeah. Trump's indictment threat plus the GOP being on defense and now cherry-picking evidence, questioning star witnesses' credibilities, and catastrophic consequences fly as a grand jury took a 2-day break, and they're basically maybe not coming back. We don't actually know. They've been all put on standby because maybe, just maybe, they're not going to be able to arrest them like they thought. They thought they were going to have a lot more public support, and apparently they just didn't have the public support that they needed because, you know, this thing is stupid. So congratulations to Donald Trump for once again beating the Matrix, getting one over on the fucking Democrats, and of making them look like a bunch of fucking clowns. Because that's what they are, a bunch of freaking clowns. I mean, literally, clowns. Did you hear Gwyneth Paltrow was in trial? She believed that the accident was sexual assault, she says. That's right, though. Gwyneth Paltrow is being sued for $30,000, $300,000
out there. Actress and lifestyle guru Gwyneth Paltrow sitting in the defendant's chair as the trial over a 2016 ski crash gets underway.
You spent $300 at a Chinese American massage parlor
with a concussion
nice.
And a number of broken ribs. Paltrow
that sounds like at least a handy, probably a blowjob.
Fees, claiming that he crashed into her.
Distracted skiers cause crashes. Defendant Gwyneth Paltrow knew that looking up the mountain and to the side while skiing down the mountain was dangerous.
She doesn't know what's going on. What's going on? Am I being assaulted?
Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Mark Garagos. So real quick, who do you think did the better job in opening arguments here, Mark?
Well, I think if you're going to handicap it, Gwyneth Paltrow's side did a better job. I think they pointed out quite a few things that tend to support her theory here. And mind you, I've always taken the position that by the time you get to opening statements, the jury's mind is decided. And it certainly did not after the first witness. It didn't get any better for the person suing her.
All right, so the first witness was a friend of Terry Sanderson's, who was the optometrist who was bringing the case against Paltrow. His name is Craig Ramone. He testified yesterday that it was Paltrow who ran into Sanderson. Listen to what he said on the stand.
I heard this yell, this scream, and then I see this skier just slam into the back of Terry. His skis actually, the tips go out like this, and he falls face down. So he's kind of spread eagle.
So on the surface, Mark, that kind of sounds like a pretty credible witness statement.
If you saw the cross-examination, it went sideways pretty quick. I don't know if you've got the clip, but watching it just goes to show. Yeah, okay. Why don't we take a look?
All right. So let's look at the cross-examination where Ramone's testimony starts to fall apart. Listen here.
Terry was wearing a helmet, true?
True.
The person he collided with was not wearing a helmet. Is that true? That's your memory?
I don't know.
Did you tell me she was not wearing a helmet?
I'm not sure. I don't remember what she was wearing.
I don't remember what she was wearing.
So what the defense attorney did, or the defense attorney did, was compared what he was saying on the stand with what he told him in a deposition 5 years earlier. And there were a lot of inconsistencies there.
And not only inconsistencies, there was also, this is somebody who's a friend of the person. Mm-hmm. He gave a different story initially to the police when they responded, then in the deposition, now in court. And let's just say my takeaway from that cross-examination was that he either has some memory problems or was hit in the head himself.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't know, it's because Gwyneth Paltrow apparently was at a ski trip at Deer Valley Resort in 2016, where apparently she either ran into somebody or somebody ran into her, and now she's being sued by the guy that got hit because he was injured and she's rich or whatever. So she was skiing, doing whatever she was doing, and yeah, it just kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? My brain was trying to make sense of what's happening. I thought, is this a practical joke? Is this someone trying to do something perverted? My mind was going very, very quickly, and my mind was trying to ascertain what happened. So I was quick thought that was going through my head that I was trying to reconcile what was happening. 2 skis came between my skis, forcing my leg support, and then a body pressed against me. My brain was trying to make sense of what was happening. Yeah. Paltrow noted that it felt like they were spooning when the 2 fell to the ground. She also emphasized that she's not claiming she was sexually assaulted. It just went through her mind when it happened. Yep. Very weird. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to be on Team Gwyneth for this one. And you know what? Fuck this guy, Terry Sanderson, who claims that actress Gwyneth Paltrow skied into him and severely injured him. That didn't fucking happen. You ran into her. She's fucking Iron Man's wife. You shut the fuck up. That's what I gotta say. Fuck a bitch.
Happening as there are members of the Republican Party who are rallying to the side of January 6th defendants.
Awful.
What did we see?
Are you kidding?
With Marjorie Taylor Greene and those Republican lawmakers going to visit these defendants, who were they there to visit? What did those people do?
Yeah, who were they there to visit? Were they there to do anything? What message were they giving to the people? What were they trying to tell them?
A tour of the jail here in Washington, D.C. where
What are they trying to tell us?
Defendants are being held.
What? Heads up, we could detected copyright audio. I guess this clip is copyrighted. It's MSNBC. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, hot take. Not a fan of MTG. Me either. But she's the only one that seems to be doing anything about those January 6 people. Like, and it's kind of weird that these guys, including 2 Democrats, apparently, Republicans and Democrats toured the Washington jail where the defendants were being held, which is kind of strange, actually, to me. Like, I didn't know that she was actually going in there and visiting them and shit like that, but the fact that she actually got some Republican or some Democratic lawmakers to go with them, I think at least says something. At least says something. And I mean, how many years has it been now that these guys are still in jail, dude? They've been in jail for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. And the farthest that they've gotten is Marjorie Taylor Greene's gotten 2 Republicans and some Democrats to go tour the jail. So I guess they're getting something. What that is, I don't know. What's this? Tampa Bay residents react to permitless gun carry laws that passed the Florida Senate or House. What? They're going to have permitless carry?
Senate, where it is expected
to
be approved. If this is signed into law, Florida would become the 26th state to allow permitless carry.
And some gun owners are calling this bill the start of a new era in Florida.
That's because the bill doesn't just impact residents. Tourists with guns would also be allowed to carry without a permit while in the state.
Oh, really?
Map joins us live from Pinellas County with reaction.
Permitless carry.
Some gun supporters call this a major step in having to keep law-abiding citizens from having to go through loopholes just to get a permit to carry their weapon. But there is some opposition.
That means that these weapons are going to get into the wrong hands, and they're going to increase gun deaths.
House Bill
Shut up, bitch!
543 allows Florida residents and tourists to legally carry a concealed firearm without a permit.
Vice Study 23, here we go.
Training. Students demand action. An anti-gun violence group is against the bill.
We're not trying to take anybody's guns away. We're trying to promote responsible gun ownership.
Responsible gun ownership is being able to own a gun, you fucking fat dumbass.
That this bill and pieces of legislation like it are not doing.
Brian Needham has more than 20 years of experience in firearms training and says the decision has left him with mixed feelings.
If you're going to carry a firearm, you have to have the training. The bad guys don't need your consent. They're going to go after that gun regardless.
Current state law requires a concealed carry permit be issued by the
What the fuck, bro? Hold the gun down.
Carry the firearm in public. By the state.
What the fuck, bro?
They're going to go after that gun regardless.
Current state law requires a concealed carry permit.
That's like a 9mm, dog. What is this?
Carry the firearm in public. Those
that motherfucker!
licensed must also undergo a safety course.
With CCW
Fucking
courses,
bitches.
they didn't really get taught a ton of hands-on fundamental.
This is funny though, but yeah, you know, they only have one person that's talking shit, and it's some fat student lady that definitely doesn't even know how to fire a gun. She's like, yeah, we need responsible gun ownership. Really? Do you know about responsible gun ownership, lady? Do you own a gun? No. Did you know that the criminals, they don't give a shit about who's responsible or owns anything? Holy crap, we just got another super chat or something? What is that? What was that? What was that? Is that a super chat? Oh, wow, that one was late as heck. Late as heck. Late as heck. But yeah, no, we're not bringing anybody into the show or anything like that. I never offered that out to anybody as an option to get people on. I thought that's a little bit weird, but that's cool. I guess in the last little bit that we have for today is the fact that OpenAI has now announced that they're going to be including the ability to connect ChatGPT to the internet. Oh boy, I'm excited. But yeah, like, I'm excited because, yep, ChatGPT is announcing today that they've launched plugins to extend the functionality of it by allowing it to access third-party knowledge sources and databases, including the web. Available in alpha to ChatGPT users and developers on the waitlist, OpenAI says that it'll initially prioritize the small number of developers and subscribers to its premium ChatGPT program. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fill that out real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna fill that out real quick. Really, the private feedback of shit. Website information and get better sourcing for my shows. Okay. Hey, it's not letting me join the waitlist. Okay, cool. It did. I joined it. Cool. So yeah, we're on the wait list now, but basically it would allow it to search the internet for certain things. It would even tell you the links that it clicked on, how long it took to read each of them, and then give you the association for it. So we about to be in the fucking end zone in a lot of ways. Like, access denied. Oh shit, here we go again. So I don't know. Kind of weird. But it's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens. Headline USA's connected Ray Epps hires lawyer with ties to the FBI link Perkins Coie and threatens Tucker Carlson for his reporting. I'm going to sue you, Tucker Carlson. I didn't get anybody to do any type of insurrection, even though I was caught on videos doing exactly that. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? And then I guess the last couple of things that I have aren't really there. I got to get out of here and go do stuff. But basically the last thing was that there was a tornado, or there's at least been a tornado that touched down in Mississippi. And some people say that it was at least a mile wide. But yeah, major damage has been caused in Mississippi. Debris were lofted 20,000 feet in the air. And yeah, it just seems that it was really
Tornado! Right there,
really big.
Tornado.
Can't really see anything though.
Number one, baby.
Number one.
I'm trying to get on video.
What did it do? Oh, ow.
Wait a second. Guys, is that right there? Right there. Power flash right there, baby.
Yeah, it's right over there.
It's right there right now. Are we in the bear's cage? I got it on video! I just got it on video. I'm about to get my power flashes on video.
I just got it on video. It's the only video that I've been seeing about it. But yeah, there was definitely a huge fucking tornado that just went through. So yeah, multiple people reported trapped and injured in Rolling Fork as severe weather moved through the area. 4 tornado emergencies issued within 3 hours in Mississippi. So there could be a lot of bad stuff happening with them. There could be a lot of bad stuff happening with them, but I don't really know. All I really do know is that it's been great hanging out with you guys for another episode of the show, but it's time for me to go. So if you guys enjoy what we do here, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this shit with your friends and stuff. But if not, we'll definitely catch you guys up on the next one. And thank to Acrid Fusion for all them generous donations. But other than that, we'll chat you guys on the next one. Thank you for showing it us, and we'll see you again very soon. Adios, my friends. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.